welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at a little game called Farming Simulator 25. So we're going to talk about where I've been for the last month or two while I go on a drive to our farm. We're going to be working with our grandfather in this, so it should be fun. And yes, I am driving a F350 Lizard. It's not a Ford. They don't have Fords. It's clearly a Lizard. See, even says it on tailgate. And we're going to take our gooseneck trailer and we're going to go into business for ourselves. So, where have I been? That's a great question. Well, I took time off from YouTube. I took time off from a lot of things. And the big reason I did was I was dealing with some health issues as well as some other issues in my life. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a step back because honestly, YouTube was starting to feel more like a job. I was pushing myself to put out videos even if I didn't like them. And I stopped having fun with it. That's really the bottom line, is I just stopped having fun. I was playing games because, well, oh, that video got views. So, well, clearly I need to play that game. And I realized I just really wasn't having a lot of fun. So I took a step back and really thought, did I want to come back and do YouTube? And I mean, yeah, I've only got 40 subscribers right now. Awesome. Love you guys. But I didn't know if I really wanted to come back. And then I made the decision this weekend, you know what? I'm going to come back, but I'm going to play games I want to play. And if you guys want to join me, awesome. If you don't, awesome. You know, you do you. I ain't got no problem with that. So that's what we're going to do. So we are going to finish some of the old series off. I have talked to a couple of my friends who were following the series. Still Wakes the Deep. That is actually in the process. So when I say that's in the process, what I mean by that is I'm actually trying to write a script for it. As you know, that's kind of like a monologue series where I internally monologue the main character's thoughts throughout the game and fighting Cthulhu. So I'm trying to script that out, and I'm going to try to release the second half of the series as just one long video, and we're just going to call it probably Cthulhu Beast Part 2, the movie. You know, it's a working title, obviously. Still Wakes the Deep will happen. Just don't know when. It depends on how long it takes me to write the script. What else? Quiet Place. Also had a request to finish that. I will finish the Quiet Place. I have not beat it. I actually haven't even fired up my computer since really the last video I uploaded. I've just been really just vegging out on Xbox and just working on myself. So yeah, we're going to finish those two games. I don't know if we're going to finish the Need for Speed series or not. That really wasn't getting a whole lot of views. And honestly, I've beat Need for Speed like 14, 15 times now, so it's not really high on my priority list. So, I don't know. We may not. This will get quite a bit of play on this channel. Absolutely loving this game. I've been playing it on Xbox, and their mod menu, their internal mod menu, is amazing. So, yeah. And we're actually here at the farm. I'm just kind of circling it right now, looking for a good spot to pull in. So, this is all our crops. Oh, before I forget and I go driving across my field. So, this is one little feature. If you play this game, it's for Xbox, PC, PlayStation, whatever. Advice, turn crop destruction off. You'll just regret life if you don't. I generally also turn off rocks just because they're really annoying. But yeah, that's up to you. Hey cows, how y'all doing? So let's go on and put our trailer inside this this garage here. Finish what we were talking about. So, like I said, I am going to try to come back to YouTube. I'm going to try to make some more videos. I just don't know how many videos a week I'm going to put out because I am working a new job. It takes up a lot more of my time. That's another thing that changed in my life is I started a new job. And yeah, life's a lot better and a lot worse at the same time. But I mean, that's everybody, if we're being honest. So it's nothing special for me. but I did need to take time to really work on myself and kind of fix some underlying issues I have had going on in my life. So hopefully I'll be back full time. We'll see. I'm going to try for one video a week if I can. Obviously, if I've got to work an extra day at work or something, that video may not happen, but maybe I can do a shorter video. We'll see. But let's go on and jump into this video here. So this is clearly a mod. This isn't part of the game. The trailer's a mod too. They they didn't have goosenecks in the game. Well, they had one, but I don't even know what you were supposed to use it with. So this is a cool ass mod. So obviously it's modeled on the F350 Platinum, which is just glorious. It really should have a lift kit on it, which they do have that mod. Yeah, that's me. I'm awesome. I'm here. I'll show y'all. There we go. Oh wait, oh, there it is. Wardrobe. So I am Jack Meoff, and Jack's going through a little midlife crisis here. You know, recently divorced, just got laid off at the sawmill. So now he's moving back in with the grandpa. Clearly, because of the stress, he's bald. So he's got to wear the hat. You know, he's got a hat trick, ladies. It's the only way he's going to get a date. So we're going to run Jack through this series and see if we can turn him into a small business owner. Because in the divorce, his wife took everything but the truck. She said, you got a tiny penis, so, you know, you got to drive the truck. So clearly we need to actually take this back to the shop and get a lift kit put on it. Because he's part of the tiny penis club. Ah, my tongue does not want to work. So one cool feature with this mod, and all the mods in the menu really, all the lights work. So yeah, you can really make some cool looking mods. We got a Peterbilt we're going to get into eventually. Once we start transporting cargo, that's going to be really awesome. And I mean, the detail on the interiors is really good too. I haven't been in a new F350 yet, but assume this is what they look like. I know that's what the steering wheels look like because I have an F-150 or had an F-150 with the newer interior, and that's what the interior looked like. Hey, mailman. Don't go after my wife. That's who she left me for. Yeah, guys. Jack's wife, she left him for the mailman. Sad day, sad day. Not even the UPS guy, man. Just the regular USPS guy. You know, at least with the UPS or the FedEx guy, you know, could have got that 401k and the upward trajectory in the dating life, or the finance life rather. You know, those guys make good money. But no, she just left him for a lowly employee of the United Postal Service. All right. So we are going to have some lag issues. And it's not really lag. It's more, game requires a lot, and I'm running a really crappy laptop. So let's go on and throw a lift kit on this truck. We want the duals. Yeah, there we go. We'll lift it. All right, there we go. Oh. Yeah, so the bed's actually its own little thing, so every time we do something to the truck, we got to reconnect that little sucker. All right, that's a little better. All right, so how are we going to make money? That's an important thing. Can't start a business if we don't have a way to make money, right? So up there in the top right-hand corner, you'll see we have $151,030. Now, we do have a farm, we have some land, we have crops. We don't have any equipment. Grandpa has a drinking problem. And because of Grandpa's drinking problem, he sold off all of our equipment. So now, we've not only got to work, but we got to try to harvest our crops before they go bad, because some of them will wither at the end of this month and next month. We're going to have to replant our crops, so we're going to have to rent equipment, or we're going to have to finance equipment. Now, thankfully, in the divorce, even though Becky, bitch, took everything from me, we do have decent credit. So, we're going to use our credit, try to finance some equipment. Here, we'll get out the truck. So, this is our field right here. We actually own all three of these fields. And way over there, we own that field. I don't think there's anything on that field yet. I bet that's Becky's field. That 4. Probably out there with a post command right now. doing it in the woods. Anyway, so we got wheat, and I want to say canola. Yeah, I run. I run like I really just filled up my pants with chocolate pudding. Canola. Okay, so we got wheat and canola. All right, so we're gonna pull the little phone out here. If I can remember how to pull the phone out, that is. Um, I'm apparently forgetting what button to push. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Now we found the right button. Massey Ferguson. Okay. So we don't really need a tractor at the moment. I don't think. Let me think. What do we need? We need a harvester, a header, and then a trailer to dump it in. Okay. 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 Oh, I guess we're gonna go ahead and quick save. Oh, man, there's not a whole lot of expensive contracts, is there? No. That's about the best one, harvesting, and that's going to be harvesting crops, and then we got to sell them. And then this one's pretty good, but again, we got to harvest them, load them up, and then transport them to the specified grain mill. We don't really want to do that at the moment. Ooh, spraying could be fun. Oh. So this is a really good contract. So equipment, we can rent the equipment from him for $200 and we can make 12,000. That's a good contract. We're going to go on and do that. And before we take off from that contract, let's see. Where's another spraying contract? Is that kind of far? Uh, not too bad. I mean, we're already going to have the equipment, so we can just do the contract. I forgot to rent the equipment, didn't I? Yep, yep, I just did that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cancel that one because it don't cost us anything. We just lose the contract. All right, and we're going to collect and collect, get those out of here. That's my own stupid fault. I pressed the wrong button. Clearly, I'm well versed in this game. You can tell. All right, so let's go down here to our harvesters. Now, I've downloaded quite a few mods. I've got almost 100 mods on the game right now. So yeah, there are certain mods we will not use in the realistic style playthrough, which is going to be the Colossus series, because well, you got your standard harvester, and if you look there, it holds 25,000 liters, which is a lot. I mean, a lot. Let me tell you. Or you can just be all kinds of mean and just have 2.5 million liters. I could harvest every field on this map and probably not fill this thing up. We're probably not going to use that one. But we do need a harvester. I like Massey Ferguson's, but there's really not a big jump until we get to the Cason, and that's 10,000 liters, I think. Or yeah, that's 10,000. Yeah, it's 10,000. So that's 10,000 liters for 300,000 or 100,000 for the Massey. I think we're going to go with the Massey. Because we're kind of sort of broke. All right, let's get the mouse out. Well, let's see here. I do like Continental, but okay, don't change the price. All right, we'll get some Continentals, and all right, what's our financing? Okay, so we can finance it for 6 months at 2% interest rate for $17,000 a month. Or we can go all the way up to 2 years at $5,000 a month, essentially. Huh. You know, that's really not bad. We'll 6 months would be great, but honestly, we're gonna have to go with the 10% interest rate at 2 years. You know, Becky, that whore, she ruined us financially, so we're like Tiger King. We got to recover. All right. Clearly, how much horsepower do we have on that? We have 250 horsepower. Okay. Okay, so it's not really giving us horsepower ratings on these. I think I want to say they could probably run just about any one of these headers, but I think it really just comes down to cost. Um, Now we have a few options with the headers too, so we can always go with the sort of cheaty, but not really. Or we can go with the straight legit 100%. Now, the problem with the straight legit is it's 10 kilometers per hour, which is like, what, 7 miles per hour if we're lucky? 6? That takes a really long time to harvest. And I like talking to you guys. I like spending time with you guys, but I ain't trying to be here all day. So we're just going to go, we're going to be a little cheaty, just a little cheaty. And because I downloaded the Paint Anything mod, we're going to go at least put it in the Massey Ferguson colors because we got a Massey, so we got to have it look right at least. Okay, so we are going to buy our harvester header because, well, it's $20,000. Might as well. While we're in there, I might as well show you all these. So these are the Cheaty headers that go with that Cheaty 2.5 million harvester. And let's see, unrealistic. So we can harvest at 73 kilometers per hour, and there's your standard header, or you can just go 50-meter wide. So yeah, super cheaty. I love them. They're a lot of fun. All right, so we got our header, we got our harvester. We are going to need at least some kind of a trailer to transport the grain from here at our farm to the sell site when we're ready to sell. So let's check our trailers. Do we have any decent trailers? Now, these are cool trailers right here. Because again, these are modded trailers, but they're not so modded that we couldn't use them, and feel guilty about it. Because, yeah, it's 250,000 capacity. But frankly, you can only drive the road so much before it's like, I want to drive it again. Sorry. So we're going to use the XL capacity, which is 200,000 liters, which honestly will hold both of those fields no problem. But again, we're going to be Massey boys, so we don't want Rudolph. Where's our Massey? There we go. Massey. And Massey is all white and red. So, nope. Got to have the white wheels. White on white with a little red in between. There we go. Right, let's check our wheels real quick. Or tires, rather. Those kind of look like Hot Wheels tires. I like them. All right. So let's check our financing real quick on this. So we can pay $1,600 a month for 2 years at 10% interest rate, or we can just buy it outright. It's $35,000. That's going to put us under $100K. And we still have to get a tractor. Well, we definitely can't do could we do 6 months? I mean, that's just, yeah, we actually could do 6 months on this. Okay, so we're going to do 6 months at $6,000 a month. I think we can make that work. I think between our crops and everything else, we'll be able to cover cost on that. All right, so we've got the Massey. Now let's we don't need much to pull that. We just need a small tractor. We got the Massey Ferguson for $92,000. Oof. That is Porsche diesel? Oh, ain't that fancy. I didn't even know I downloaded that mod. I mean, it looks like a death trap, and that seat probably could torture you, but that's neat. All right. Yeah, I don't think we want to go quite that small. Now, these ain't bad right here, these Masseys. Because I kind of want to stick with just one brand, if I'm being honest. So we got the Massey Ferguson all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. We're just using it to haul a trailer. I think the two-wheel drive will do us just fine. Now, do we want the 90 horsepower? Yeah, we want the 90 horsepower. Of course, we got to get the cool tires. Like, come on. Really? That's a question. Filter. I like design one. Beacon lights, clearly. Left and right. We are going to need a front weight just to make sure we're good. And one of the mods I do have turned on that's not going to be super realistic. Liftable pallets and bales. Because, frankly, running a forklift in this game is probably the most annoying thing on the planet. Okay, so we're at 29.5. Awesome. I'm pretty sure we can just go ahead and buy that outright, and that pays off that piece of equipment. All right, I think we've got everything we need, except for our trailer. We got to get hooked up to it and go grab stuff. So, one thing I like about this, I'm offline it out a little bit. Yeah, oh no. Disconnect my truck. Get back here, truck bed. Don't you hate it when your truck bed just leaves you? Like Becky, a bitch. All right. Um, let's see. Where's the... Let's see. No, I don't want to move that. Trying to figure out how to put my truck bed up, and it's not wanting to go to the... Ah, there it is. Okay, okay, I got it. So if you look in your top left, you'll see the control group. That's our controls, and I have to switch between all 3 devices. So that's not our farm yet, but I really don't like driving through people's farms unless I have to. So we're going to keep this somewhat realistic, you know, other than lifting pallets up by hand and bales. But yeah. So let's head over here. We'll grab what equipment we can throw on our trailer. Screw that stop sign. Ah! So one annoying thing about this game, and it's like this on Xbox, it doesn't matter if you're playing it on PC, Xbox, whatever. The steering is just slow. So if you turn hard left, hard right, it takes forever for the steering to come back to center. You can turn the sensitivity up a little bit, but it only helps very little. So, and I actually will do that before the end of the episode, or I'll do it off camera. All right. So, let's jump out of this. We'll grab our equipment and start getting things hooked up and sent over to where they need to go. Combine's over there. Let's go ahead and jump to that real quick. So let's go on and get in here. I guess we're going to harvest. Do we want to harvest the canola or the wheat first? Which one's more imperative? So we can replant canola this month and next month, but it's got to be harvested this month. Same for the wheat. Okay, so they both got to be harvested this month. Let's get our AI companion. Yes, we can have AI do this because, you know, it's what you do. Ooh, wait, hang on. Before we do that. Disable straw. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't have a way to harvest the straw. We damn sure don't want to deal with that. Wait. Let's get our ramps down. We got... Oops. Let's see. Damn it. I'm going to eventually remember my controls. It's just not going to be today. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we got all of our straps broke loose. Ghost door opens itself. Now, yes, we could have drove this over here. It has tires, it has a motor, it drives. Its top speed is 34 kilometers, surprisingly. But it really wouldn't be super realistic to do that, so yeah. Now, we do need more equipment, but this will at least get us going for now. But we are going to need a cultivator and a seeder. So let's go into this while our amigo over there is working. All right, let's go down to cultivators. 4 meters. Okay, we can get a John Deere. That's honestly looking like probably our best. 4 meters, 3 meters, 4, 5. Damn, it's a huge jump up in price. So how much horsepower do we need for you? Oh, 110. Okay. What's our tractor got? Let's make sure our tractor can do it first. Okay. All right, our tractor has 90 horsepower. I could have swore I got the big motor. All right, so it's got to factor in. All right, so we can't do this one. It's too much horsepower, too much. Oh, it's looking like we probably should have got this tractor, boys. Ah, great. It's looking like we're gonna be using some really small cultivator. Damn, that's tiny. Let's see, do we have any deals on tractors? Ooh, I didn't see you. Oh, you are fancy. Ooh, and you got the front hookups too? All right. Okay, so you're at You're at 210. And then to go to the smaller motor, it cost me $14,000. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's see. Let's check tires. Ooh, I like those. Okay, we'll go with the wheel weights. I have no idea. Oh, I see. I see. Exclusive, efficient. I like efficient. All right, we don't need the front loader attachment. We will go ahead and finance this for 2 years. All right. What we're going to do with this little guy is we're actually going to sell it. Now, it says we're going to sell it for 25. We did pay 25, so we're actually going to lose a little bit of money. I think we paid 30, so we're going to lose 5 grand, but that's okay. That thing was honestly too small. Okay, so now we got, how much? 210? That's what I think I said. All right, yeah, we got 210. Okay, so that opens up a lot more options for us. All right, and we get cows. Got to remember to either feed those cows or get rid of them, one of the two. All right, so 210 horsepower, we can really just about power a lot of these. This one, obviously, yeah, we ain't powering that one. Man, that'd be nice. But, yeah, we could power most of these. 300. We could do this one, but $50,000, that's a lot. When we can get 4 meters for 10, I think we got to go with the John Deere, boys. Do we want to finance it? No, 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 no. We're just going to buy this sucker outright. All right, so that's $9,500. All right, cool. Okay, so we got that. Do we need a power header? No. No. We do need to get a seeder for replant. So this, I think, is really where it's going to get expensive. This we will probably end up having to finance. And we need something that 100 or 210 horsepower can power. So, all right, 180. It's expensive, but that can seed and that can plant at the same time. But we already bought the cultivator. And honestly, I think we're going to get more bang for our buck out of being able to seed separately, because the separate seeders seem to have a larger radius, if that makes sense to you. So, like, yeah, and they're not nearly as expensive, I don't think. These machines are used to seed crops like wheat, barley, and canola. Wheel weights on a tractor are required to use. It does 3 meters, 3 meters, 4.6 meters. Goodness gracious. Y'all are expensive. Ooh, seed tanks. Okay, so that's just tanks. Okay. Unless, do we want to get into sorghum? Because I know sorghum is a lot more expensive, a crop. Like, it's a little bit more of a headache, I think, to kind of deal with, because it requires a planter. But I'm pretty sure our harvester, yes. I want to say our harvester can do it. Let's go over here to our harvester. Nancy Ferguson, AI worker. I think that's the icon for sorghum, but let's double check. Right. Sorghum. Soybean. Sorghum. Yeah, there it is. All right, now let's check our crop prices real quick before we just jump the ship here. Definitely don't want to jump the shark, jump the ship, or any other thing. Sorghum sells for 1,500. What about canola? Because we're not going to be able to. Canola is actually pretty expensive, boys. Pretty expensive. Is it a high yield crop? I can't remember. I want to say sorghum is a higher yield crop, even though it's worth less. I know carrots, like you see carrots are super cheap, but they are a super high yield crop, like massively high yield crop. Cotton's really good too. We could plant cotton, but we don't have the equipment for it, so we can't really get into that yet. That'll be for the future. We gonna pick some cotton, boys. Oh, and we're gonna pick some rice. Which kind of crop do we want to get into? I guess to keep things simple for the first couple of seasons, just so we can get some money on our belt, I think we're just going to stick with canola. I know wheat's a higher yield crop than canola, And realistically, with the wheat, we could also turn on the straw sleuth and harvest our straw as well and sell that for a slight profit. But I really don't feel like doing it if I'm being honest. Like picking up straw, it's super annoying. After running a massive cattle farm for a while, I'm kind of strawed out. So yeah, we'll do canola. Okay, so let's get over here. Go back to our planters and our seeders, and we'll grab us a seeder and a planter and a taco. Okay, so 300 horsepower. We cannot power. Ooh, can power you. You're 12 meters wide. Boy, that's a big planting. But gosh, that's a lot of money. How much to finance you? Ooh, 7,500 a month for 2 years. Between that and alimony payments to that bitch Becky, I'll be broke. I can't do that one. Damn you, Becky! You're ruining the play experience. Let's see here. 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. They're both 4. That's 4.6 at least. Ooh, that's 6 meters. Okay. How much are you? If I were to finance you, 5 grand. Okay. I mean, we could buy you outright. What would be great? Ooh, actually, this one. So if you here, I'll get my mouse on the screen. You see these little icons right here? So that means it holds seed and it holds fertilizer. So we want to increase our fertilizer. You want to fertilize because that gives you a bonus. You want to lime your fields, that gives you a bonus. All this stuff actually will increase your yields. So yeah, we'll go on and do that. We want to, yeah, we'll spend the 5 grand on that. And hmm, really? You ain't got white wheels, but you got chocolate wheels. All right, we'll just go with all black. You know, black is pretty. Great Plains. All right. Do we want to buy it outright though? Um, I do, but I don't know if we can. All right, we'll just finance it for 6 months. That's all we can do. That's gonna put 10 grand. Oh boy, that's gonna be some expensive payments. Let me tell you. But we're gonna have to do it. All right. What else do we need? All right. So obviously, these are silos. We can just store our crops here because we do not want to sell yet. Let's see if we can get over to finances, prices. Canola. So canola is only at $1,600 right now, so we want to wait till December to sell our canola off. What about the wheat? There's not a huge difference in the wheat. Oh, okay, okay. So wheat's actually up right now. We'll directly sell wheat as soon as we get it harvested. Now, I got AI bringing my my tractor over. Yeah, so I went ahead and leased the lime spreader. That one got done. So as soon as we get done with this, where is he at? Okay, he's up here. Right. So I went ahead and leased that lime spreader so that we can go ahead and try to get these fields limed. Because we're going to be replanting today. So, well, this harvest season. So don't fall over there. All right, good. All right, let's get this over there so we can get that trailer or that reservoir emptied and get our harvester back going. Yeah, this is a little rough out here. So one thing they added in Farm Simulator over 22, so now in 25, there's mud physics. I don't know if you can actually get stuck in your fields, but you can deform the hell out of them. So, yeah. Good deal. All right, let's get over to you. As soon as we're done dumping this off, we'll get all of our equipment offloaded off our trailer and get this wheat delivered. Man, Thing takes a while to dump. I'm used to using the modded harvesters that like dump instantly. Uh, what the? Oh, I went over a fence. That's what I got on. All right, we'll leave our trailer right here for them. We're not going to go dump it until it's full. That's entirely too far of a drive. We got to go across the bridge over there to go dump it. We're going to have to drive the tractor because, well, unfortunately, they haven't made a trailer or pickup trucks yet that can do that. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Got to get all this stuff off. Unfasten. Unfasten. All right, cool. Let's get all these trucks, or get all this stuff off the trailer. And normally I like to lime last just because it leaves a white covering over my field, and it looks kind of cool. But since this is a rental piece, we're going to get that liming done first. Yeah, the cedar could stay on there. I ain't worried about that. It ain't going nowhere. We'll start liming while the other trailer or other trucks filling up here. And you know what? We'll spice it up a little bit. All right, we'll do some manual stuff here. Not to mention faster than the bots. So the thing with the bots is they always shoot for perfection. And while perfect is good, sometimes we just got to get done. And you see they leave little spots that they miss. So yeah, they're kind of lame in that aspect. All right, cool. Knock that row out. Come back for that little half row right there, actually. Just want to get this stuff loaded up. Yeah, that thing spreads so good. That giant white spot there is all the lime. So the way lime works is you lime your field once every 3 years. Okay? That's why we don't need to purchase a limer right now. The way your yield bonus works, so you're always going to get 100% of your field. Every time, no matter what. The way your yield bonus will affect your field is if, let's say, you get 75% yield bonus. So you're going to get your 100% of your field plus 75% more crop. So basically 75% more money off that one field. So you want to do what you can to get your yield bonuses. Now, I don't do periodic plowing, so it doesn't even factor that bonus into my my calculation. And I don't do what am I trying to say here? The crop destruction. I don't do either one of those. And the crop destruction is for obvious reasons. It's annoying. The periodic plowing I don't like just because, I don't know, plowing takes a really long time, like an hour or 2 hours in real life. Sometimes it's got an extremely large field. So I don't generally like it. The plows are small. There's other equipment you could use possibly, but I'm not super familiar with them. So yeah, let's turn this tractor off and lift it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we turn those off. Now with the lime, you get a 15% bonus your first season. You get a 10% bonus your second season, and a 5% bonus on your final third season. And then you re-lime and your bonuses start again. I forget, I think there's 2 states of manure, or well, fertilizer that you use. Your first state will get you, I think, a 10 or 15% bonus. Then your second state will get you the same thing. And let's see here. Wrong map. There we go. And yeah, so let's go here. Oop, wrong one. We don't want growth. We want soil composition, which is another thing we forgot to get. Dang it. We need a weeder's what we need. We're going to get weeds. That's going to be a problem. Okay, I'll have to get a small weeder. So the purple is mulch. That's going to give us a 2 or 2.5% bonus. Then we get the lime. That's going to give us another bit of bonus. Then the fertilizer. The fertilizer and the weeds are your big money makers. Yeah, well, the lime too. So, yeah, you want to take care of that. Now, I'm pretty sure I did not need to lime this field, but I just went ahead and limed it anyway. I do know I need to mulch it. Or not mulch it, fertilize it. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take these wheat crops off and sell them and see what we got. Kind of reevaluate, and this will probably be the end of the episode for today. And then if you guys want to see more, leave a comment, whatever, like it, don't like it, hate it, whatever. But if you do like it, do leave a like, do comment on it so I know to make more content of it for you. Because I will do videos for a request. If it's someone I know, or I'm getting a couple of requests for the video. And I'm having fun with it, which Farm Simulator I'm having fun with regardless. I'm going to make more videos on it. It's more or less comment what you'd like to see. If you want to see me go to the extreme, like with Cheaty, we can go to the extreme with Cheaty. I'll get $1 million loan. We'll restart the series. I'll literally just pick it back up where we're at. Get out of my way, car. Get wrecked, fool. I'll pick it up where we're at, and I'll just restart it with money. Cheated in money, essentially. And we can get all the fancy stuff, and you guys can really check the game out. Or if you'd see a more somewhat realistic playthrough of it, you can do that. So, sweet. We made $10,000 off of all that wheat. And that wheat was selling for what, 2,000? Oh, no, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I thought we were on, yeah. We were on sunflowers. We weren't on wheat. Man, sunflowers are selling for a lot right now. So I just sold wheat at the lowest point possible. Oh, 10,000 liters at least. All right. Yep, that's my own fault. All right. So I'm pretty sure we have seeds inside the building here. Pretty sure you start with equipment, but I sold it all off. I wanted to do it that way. Don't judge me. So, yeah. So, yeah, kind of fits with the theme of our grandpa being a degenerate, much like us and Becky, the whore. So, all right, let's drop the cedar. We can't plant the crops in August. Dang it. Okay. Oh, wait. I think this is canola season. I think we can actually plant our canola now. We can. Okay, so yeah, we want to go with canola anyway. So that's a good thing that wouldn't let us plant. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to run this strip down through here. All right, turn that off. All right, so I'm going to have to fix that little line. I feel like we missed some of it. All right, needs weeding, needs rolling. But we have yield bonus, 72%. And then when we do our next state of fertilizer, that bonus will go up. We won't be able to do the next state of fertilizing until next month. But we also need to, before we end this here, we need to go to weeders. We got a 6-meter weeder. Tongue twister there. All right, so we got 6 meters, 12 meters. For the price, 6-meter weeder wins. Let's see here. We can't change the color on it. We'll call it cotton candy because that's exactly what it looks like. And it is 667 kilograms. So tractor should be able to handle that. We'll just buy that outright. I'm getting into with animal husbandry. Not to start off. We will eventually. Let's see here. First thing we're going to get into is probably the easiest. These little guys right here, chickens. You buy them, you fill your coop up, they produce eggs, That's all you got to do. You take your eggs, you put them on a trailer, you take them to the sell point, sell your eggs. There you go. You can make $300,000-$400,000 a year on a good sized egg farm. Now, unfortunately, base game egg farming is not exactly profitable because, well, there's just not a whole lot of big chicken coops. In fact, this is your biggest chicken coop right here. I'm pretty sure. Is it? Maybe. Let's see. No, I think that no. This is your biggest chicken coop right here. It holds 360 chickens. That's a lot. It's a respectable amount. This holds 1,500. So on my big chicken farm, I have 10 of these. And that flatbed trailer right there will fill up off of one breeding cycle of eggs, off of those coops. Here's a small one. It's a cutie. Look at it. It's so adorable. It's all German. So yeah, I mean, we got options. We're gonna look into this. Get us some chicken coops. Get those going eventually. Chicken coops are easy, but we're gonna need barley or canola, or barley or wheat to start really getting into it. Now we're going to do canola right now because canola is probably going to be our most profitable crop at the moment, and we need to earn some money. And eventually we want to expand out. Once we get our hands on a couple of extra fields, because right now we just own these 4 right here. But if we can get our hands on that one and maybe 1 or 2 of these, we'll get into animal husbandry, build us a giant chicken coop area over here, and then we'll count fat stacks while we're, stacking racks of eggs. And at that point, we'll need an 18-wheeler to hold all of our eggs. And then we'll sell our eggs right here. Because little did you know, this little tiny farm hut, or farmer's market hut right there, can make you millions. And it's so simple. You just got to cut down this tree so you can get by it, because that tree's an asshole. And that being said, guys, hopefully you'll see an episode from me next week. Like I said, I'm going to try to record an episode a week, but it really depends on work. So yeah, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think so far. And I thought about turning this more into a scripted series and doing it more like the Still Wakes the Deep style, where, I basically monologue. And let's put the ramp up. And yeah. But I ultimately decided against that. Now, if you guys want to see more of that style, where I actually write a script out and try to do it, I'll try and get an episode a week out, but it'll probably not happen. This is our grandpa. You old drunk bastard. Clearly he was drunk when he bought that. No wonder Grandma left you. You didn't even bother to cut the grass before your grandson showed up. Disgusting. So yeah, let me know if y'all want to see more of a scripted series, or if you just want to see me kind of go through the game and kind of show you some more of the mechanics and just run it like a regular farm sim. At any rate, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Later.